Alright, welcome back my loyal subjects for more Trails of Cold Steel. You'll notice that after an hour of on-screen wandering around and nearly an hour of running around like a headless chicken, so that I didn't bore you guys to death, we finally found it! And it's like a combination of the markers that I was looking for. We've got an exclamation point and the actual notebook on the sofa. So let's go ahead and get this Hitler puzzle over with so we never have to think about Colette or her poor organizational skills ever again. That should be it. But I should check the inside just to be sure. Reem picked up the student notebook and checked the identification field. Unless there's another identical Colette running around, this is the one. She'll be happy to see this. I should get it back to her as soon as I can. Obtain Colette's student notebook. Cute. So, Colette, I officially hate you now, but let's go ahead, and we still got 2 other quests that we can do. They're required to do. Where's Colette? Student Union Building. Oh my god, you guys do not understand. I ran around this entire building several times off screen. Ran around the Student Union Building several times off screen. It was not fun for anyone involved. This is another reason why I don't do quests. Alright, Colette, here you go. Did you find it? Yeah, assuming this is actually your notebook, why don't you check it just to be sure? Thanks. Handed over her notebook. You're right, it really is mine. Oh, thank goodness. Dude, because if she had said no, that would have been the end of this playthrough. This is the only form of ID we students have, so it would have been awful if I'd lost it. Especially since our instructor would have chewed my head off if I needed to get issued another one. Thanks so much for your help, Reem. I'm sorry, I'm just so relieved. I didn't know it was so important to you. Still, I'm glad I was able to help you out. By the way, where did you end up finding it? Oh my god. Oh, you know the sofas on the 2nd floor of the main building that people use as a rest area? It was on one of those, sort of in the gap between the cushions. The sofas on the 2nd floor? Oh, I guess I did relax there for a while. Come to think of it, I think I've dropped it when sitting down once before. You know what? That would have been really nice to know as a hint before this point. I heard it falling out of my pocket that time though, so I didn't end up losing it. Why would sitting down do that? What pocket do you usually put your notebook in? Please don't tell me it's a back pocket. Well, one of my skirt pockets usually. That makes sense. A lot of the boys use their pants pockets too. But you might want to try using your jacket pocket from now on. It's not going to fall out of there. That's where I usually put mine, and I've never had any problems. Jacket pocket? We've got those? Well, I don't know if the girls' jackets are different than the guys' are, but I don't see why you wouldn't. Yeah, you're like a lowly green student, so it just might not be as good as mine, but there's no harm in checking. Hold on, let me check. Oh wow, you're right! I had no idea this was even here. There's no way my notebook will ever fall out of one of these. Thanks for the tip. That should solve all my pocket problems. Happy to have been of service. You've really been a big help today. This really doesn't make up for it, but would you accept this as a little token of my thanks? Silver chain. Dude, maybe this grants poison immunity or something? An accessory? Hold on, I couldn't possibly... don't worry about it. I bought one for myself the other day, but I ended up ordering 2 by mistake. I can't really use both at once, so it makes sense to give it to someone else who might be able to do something with it. Well, if you're sure. Thanks. That's my line. Well, thanks again for everything, Reem. Quest, a noteworthy loss completed. Okay, so I was really griping about it, but you know what? Helping out Colette was actually pretty cool. I don't know if I would take on another one of her requests, though. Thank you so much for finding it. Now that that's off my mind, I just realized how hungry I was. Guess it's time for some sweets. You do that. So next up, we had George. George was in the engineering building, which is... it's wrong. Oh, okay, it's right down the way. Let's get, I think George is, the guy who was with Toa when we were originally coming in. Well, yeah, definitely him. Alright, let's get our required quest. Hey there, good to see you. Oh, you're the person who was with President Toa when I first arrived at the academy. You've got a good memory. George Gnome. I'm George Gnome, second year class 3. I'm also head of the engineering club. You're Reem Schwarzer from class 7, right? Nice to meet you. Likewise. Toa told me that you're helping out the student council. You've probably got a lot to learn about the academy since you've just enrolled, but good luck with everything. Thank you very much. But I am curious. This is the engineering building, isn't it? With all the machines and equipment around here, it certainly fits the bill. Yup, you can basically think of this as the Academy's very own orbment factory. The engineering club's been in charge of maintaining orbments here for a long time now. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I assume you repaired all of the stuff you wanted me to deliver for this request too? Oh, I didn't even check what the heck he actually wanted us to do. That's right, I handle that stuff here at the engineering club too. I usually deliver them myself, but I'm a little too busy this month. Can I ask you to do it for me? Of course. So, what do I need to know? Awesome. Okay, here's the rundown. As you know, I need you to deliver 3 Orbital products for me. First up is this Orbital scale, which I need delivered to the cooking club. The club meets in the home economics room on the 2nd floor of the main building. Give it to the head of the club, Nicholas. Nicholas from the cooking club. Home economics room? Okay, got it. The next 2 are both in town. Oh, so you take requests from people outside the academy too? Yeah, there was so much talk about the club that I started getting requests from people in Trista too. There's no reason for me to refuse them, so I do as much as I can to help out. That certainly explains how you end up so busy. Sure does. The second delivery I need you to make is this antique Orbital lamp. This one's going to Mitch at the pawn shop. You'll find it at the southeast part of the Central Shopping District. It's kind of out of the way, so keep an eye out. An antique Orbital lamp for the pawn shop. Understood. Last but not least, the final item I need you to deliver is this Orbital wristwatch. This one's going to Michael over at Radio Trista. Hey, it's the radio station we saw but didn't actually visit. Radio Trista is in the southwest of the Central Shopping District. Just let the receptionist know why you're there and she'll call Michael out for you. An Orbital wristwatch for Michael from Radio Trista. Ask the receptionist. Right, I can do that. And that's everything. Let me give you the items themselves. Orbital scale, antique Orbital lamp, Orbital wristwatch. I'll be sure to be careful. It's not going to be easy carrying all of those around, but I'm sure you'll manage. Just be sure to report back to me when you're done. Of course, I'll get started right away. Quest Orbital delivery started. Okay, so this should be 10 times easier than Toa's. Not Toa's, but Colette's. Namely because I'm already pretty familiar with the layout of Trista and Thor's, thanks to running around for almost 2 hours. Let's see. First, we're gonna hit up Nicholas at the cooking club. He and Margarita should still be hanging out there, making stuff. Foodstuffs. Nicholas is a pretty cool guy. He hasn't really done much, but honestly, if you haven't assigned me a quest that has me running all over creation trying to find you a notebook that you shouldn't have dropped in the first place, then you're already a pretty cool person. 2-5. Custodian's room. Okay, so it's on the other side of this building. Running around. Nope. I just tried to use my sword. Faculty lounge. Infirmary. Don't need anything there. I'm surprised we haven't ended up in the infirmary yet. Conference room. Maybe it's on the second floor? Alright. So now we've got computer room, which we still haven't been able to go into. Arts, cooking, home ec. There we go. What's up, Nick? Hey there. You wouldn't happen to be here to join the cooking club, would you? Not exactly. The engineering club asked me to deliver something for them. Is this what you've been waiting on? Hand it over Orbital Scale. Yup, that's the Orbital Scale I asked George to fix, alright. I don't know how he works so fast. I'd be really lost without him. George's many talents aside, I didn't even know tools like this existed. Pretty impressive, isn't it? These can provide more accurate and minuscule measurements than any analog scale. If you put a container full of ingredients on there, it'll even subtract the container's weight for you. It's handy. I'd believe it. You don't have an interest in cooking by any chance, do you? I haven't given it much thought, to be honest, but I am kind of curious. I'll be cooking for myself from now on anyway, right? You'd be surprised at how many students here can't. I know I certainly couldn't, like a year and a half ago. All fast food all the time. Here's the thing. The cafeteria might be cheap, but it still costs more Mira than making it yourself would. Have you even tried to cook anything yet? Not yet. I don't even know where to start. Which means you're as virgin as my olive oil. If you want to start cooking, I'd recommend you start cooking. Just make something. Doesn't matter what. Tell you what, I'll even give you this to get you started. Recipe book. Awesome. So we got a little Tales of going here too. And to top it off, here's a really easy recipe to get started on. It's so easy, I've got all the ingredients you need right here. Help yourself. Simple omelet. Fresh egg. Coarse rock salt. Cool. Thank you very much. This recipe book seems like it'll be a helpful companion, but are you sure I can have it? Sure, we've got tons of them. If it sparks a fire for cooking in your heart, it'll be all worth it. Got it. I'll be sure to get some use out of it then. Well, thanks again for bringing me my Orbital Scale. And pass my thanks on to George for fixing it too. Will do. You can now access the recipes section of the notebook. Now you can take ingredients and turn them into delicious, delicious food. Alright. You can receive recipes from various people, but that's not the only way to get them. Okay, so no wonder Chef being our only avenue to Gordon Ramsay glory. You might find them while searching specific areas, cooking, or even just trying a new food or drink. You can use recipes and ingredients to make food by selecting notes from the camp menu or pressing select and then choosing recipe. List of recipes you own, required amount, current amount, superb, regular, peculiar, attack, unique. Attack dishes? Great, very likely to produce a unique dish, only displayed after this dish has been made once. Very likely to produce a superb dish, reasonably likely to produce a superb dish, reasonably likely to produce a regular dish, reasonably likely to produce a peculiar dish. You can have Reen cook alone or have another party member help him. When having another party member help him, both their skill levels will influence the dish they make. Oh, that's awesome! We're gonna make Elliot do all the grunt work with cooking for us, because remember, we don't like Elliot. Oh, those are actually some pretty cool stovetops. Alright, next we're heading into Trista, so let's just fast travel there, actually. Yeah. Trista. We're going to go to Mixed's Pawn Shop. Oh, it just teleports me directly there. Awesome. You got business here, kid? Or are you just window shopping? I do, actually. I'm here to give you something from the engineering club. Oh, George fixed that thing already? Well, hand it over already, will ya? Right. Okay, so the antique orbital lamp was his. The kid does nice work. I swear, why does being a pawnbroker have to be such a pain in the ass sometimes? Who'd have thought an item would break right after I paid for it? That's a pretty nasty surprise. Do you get a lot of students in here, out of sheer curiosity? Fair few, sure. What, you looking for some money? I don't lend money to kids. You kids can think of this place as an exchange shop. So, like, items for items? Oh yeah, I think I got something in a while back that a kid like you'd like. It's yours as a way of saying thanks for the delivery. Blade deck! Ooh. Blade? Is this a card game or something? Oh, Blade deck. Okay, I thought that meant like a base sword for like sword fusion or something. Seems that way. Some good-for-nothing second year brought it in. Can't say I've ever bothered to play. But you can give it a try, or don't, or burn it for all I care. I didn't pay for it. But thanks. That's really nice of you. I have this strange feeling that he just gave me this because he didn't have anywhere to put it. But oh well. Oh yeah, another thing. My shop's got the finest selection of curios in all of Trista. If you don't see anything you like, come back later. I change up goods sometimes. When? When I feel like it. Anyway, see ya. Thanks for the delivery and enjoy playing cards or whatever. Anytime. You can now purchase curios. Okay. At this shop, you can exchange certain items for rarer and higher quality ones. Seems like a bad deal for Mixed, but whatever. You can also buy some of the items you might have missed in previous chapters as curios. Okay. And as for the card game Mixed just gave Reen, you'll be able to play that later in the game. Huh. Are we gonna be the very best? At Mixed's Pawn Shop, you can purchase curios. The items on offer will change each time you enter the shop. You might even find rare items you missed from chests and elsewhere here. Okay. I plan to be as thorough with the chests as possible, clearly, so... There are probably lots of hidden ones that you have to go, like, really out of your way to find. But last up is the, whatchamacallit? Okay, we'll start off in the park, and then we'll head this way. Radio... Trista... Rista... Oh, okay, I thought they said Rista Adio. Nope, the T and R are just kind of gold. Okay, so this area we actually have not been in yet. Hey, some guy. Oh, it's Monk. Didn't we meet him? Trista radio station will be debuting a new program tonight. I can hardly wait. What can it be about? My heart's racing just imagining the possibilities. Like a radio drama or something? Isn't that Bianca? Receptionist Lala. Welcome to Radio Trista. How can I help you today? Is there someone named Michael here? I've got a delivery from the engineering club and, ideally, I'd like to take it to him directly. As a matter of fact, we do have a Michael here. Let me call him for you. You can wait on the sofa over there if you'd like. Hey, what's up, Michael? Looking kinda old. Sorry to keep you waiting. You said you got a delivery from the engineering club for me? I do indeed. Here it is. Orbital wristwatch. Wristwatch. Wow, he really did fix it up. This is some pro-level work. We're starting a new show tonight, so I was feeling all nervous without a quick way to check the time. Things will be just fine now, though. I can imagine that would be pretty intense. Well, you know. It starts at 9 tonight, and if things work out, Radio Trista's guaranteed to see a pretty big increase in popularity. You're putting a lot on this one program, guy. Which will mean I'll be one step closer to achieving my dream of... Oh, sorry about that. I shouldn't be getting all excited like that and boring you with my life story. Not at all. I'm of the opinion that being passionate about what you do is a good thing. This job's pretty much my entire life at this point, really. But if you want to make me feel more alive, tune in to the show tonight. You bet. Do I have a way to actually do that? Or I would if I had an orbital radio. Well, I gotta head back, or our sound producer's in there waiting for me. Normally I'd treat you to some tea or something, but today's a really busy day. Tell George thanks for fixing my watch when you get back. Of course. Good luck with tonight's show. Alright, that's the last item delivered. I should go tell George. Alright, so we can go ahead and knock out George's quest, and then we can accept Principal Van Dyke's. We'll see what it is. Principal Van Dyke, he should have me heading back into the death trap near the school that's still there for whatever reason. Where are you at? Engineering building. Cool, just take me right there. What's up, George? Oh, hey. Seems like you're done with those deliveries. All 3 of them. Nice work. So, now that you've finished delivering those, what did you think of the places you delivered them to? Well, they're certainly all unique. None of them are places I'd normally go either. We've been to the cooking club quite a few times, actually. So you're a little bit of a liar right now, Reen. I might have wandered into the home economics room eventually. Oh, there it goes. But not the pawn shop or the radio station. Yeah, I don't think most students would. The pawn shop in particular is kind of hard to find, too. That's true. Not for me, though, because I can just warp there, but you don't need to worry about that. But now I feel as though I have a general idea of where most of the main places in Trista are thanks to this. It almost feels like this request benefited me more than it did you. Well, that's nice to hear. You spoke to Michael while you were at Radio Trista too, didn't you? Did he tell you anything about the new show they're starting up? He did. It starts at 9 p.m. tonight, doesn't it? Are you about to give me an orbital radio, bro? Is that where this conversation is going? I figured he'd mention that. He's thrilled about the show, and that enthusiasm is infectious. How about you? Are you planning on tuning in? I'd love to, but... Oh, don't have an orbital radio? Okay, are you gonna say no more, fam, right now, or can we get that? In that case, here, it's all yours. Got it, awesome. Wait, really? It's the latest model too, same one I've got. You helped me out big time today, so it only seems right to pay you back. Are you sure? Of course, I bought it for research purposes, but I never really found the chance to make any use of it. It'd be a waste to just leave it here collecting dust, so I'd be thrilled if you actually got some use out of it. Well, if that's the case, thank you very much. You're welcome. Oh yeah, there's something I'd like you to tell the rest of Class 7 for me. Huh? Instructor Sarah came to me with a request the other day. Long story short, she left me in charge of doing maintenance on all of your Arcus units. No kidding. Like I said, the engineering club's basically Thor's orbital factory, so yeah. And of course, I'm pretty interested in your Arcus units myself. So if you need help with anything Arcus related, just come visit me here and I'll sort it out. Good to know. Part of me feels bad adding to your workload, but it's a relief to hear that you'll be the one in charge of this stuff. That's quite the compliment. Oh, right. I meant to ask. You know about Sepith masses, right? Actually, no. Can you... what? You mean the stuff that monsters sometimes drop with regular Sepith? Exactly. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you how handy regular Sepith can be, but Sepith masses have tons of impurities, so they've never received much attention. But recently, someone discovered a way to efficiently extract Sepith from them. Is that so? Oh, it's so. Thanks to that, most shops are willing to take them off your hands at a decent price nowadays. There's no point in holding on to them, so go ahead and sell them if you find any. A little extra money never hurt anyone. Sounds like a good deal to me. Will do. I think I'm just about talked out for the day. Thanks again for all your help. Here's hoping we can keep exchanging favors. Ditto. We'll be counting on you. Quest Orbital Delivery completed. 2 in 1 episode? Didn't even take me a whole lifetime? You can now make use of the Academy's Orbital Factory. At factories, you can use Sepith to unlock slots in your party's orbments. Okay, so that's how you do that. If you don't have enough, the number will be red. So that's what Sepith is for. At factories, you can use Sepith to synthesize quartz. To do this, select Modify Exchange and then Quartz. If you don't have enough, the number will be red. Okay, so I can make new attacks for my people? You can use U materials to customize your weapons at an Orbital Factory. To do this, select Customize Weapon and then Customize. Required Mira. Required Materials. Furthermore, Sepith masses can now be exchanged for Mira within any shop's exchange menu. I could already do that, though. Regular Sepith can be exchanged too, but do remember that they're also used for synthesizing quartz and unlocking slots. Masses, on the other hand, are useless, and thus can be freely exchanged for Mira. Alright, cool. So I know I said we were going to check out Principal Van Dyke, but we are actually going to call it a part here, so join me next time for more Trails of Cold Steel. Bye for now, guys.